Ew. Yeah, I'm here. We're back. Because I had said my mom's other number there, I had to privatize that video. So, but I will edit it out there, so it'll still be available, folks. I cut the live stream, Wally, because I did call out the number there, so I don't want anyone. I didn't want to get my mom doxxed or anything. So welcome back. For that, I ain't got to worry about it now. So, but I never take any chances there, folks. Yeah, that too. I have one of those special. Well, no, that number on the answer machine was a different one actually. Because she calls that's one of my business numbers actually. But I did call it out loud when I probably was reading it. But oh well, for that, we'll run the show until 10:30, folks. So how about that? We'll run the show until 10:30. But let's have some fun. I'm probably gonna get myself another cigar. So, hmm. I didn't get swatted, but I have to protect things just in case anything happens there. So, yeah. Like I said, I was gonna unplug the microphone. So, yeah. Apparently, I did. I forgot to. Yeah, I'm gonna light up another cigar. So I'll be right back, folks. Hmm. Once Vegan Gains bans someone from a channel, you can't get back on it. Maybe on this Discord, yeah, we're gonna run it another 30 minutes. Hey, maybe I might run it till 11 o'clock, folks. Who knows? No house tour tonight there. The house isn't the way it is right now, so. Hmm. Hey, Legendary, I'm doing pretty well now that I got yelled at, so. Having another cigar because I got chewed out, so. Hmm. Well, Richard I'm not 100% successful. I would say I am 30% successful, but you only need to be successful at 1% there. As long as you're doing that and you keep trying, you're perfect, you know. Hmm. What did I have for supper? Tilapia and asparagus. I ate pretty light tonight. Oh boy. Asparagus makes your piss smell, Pugman, but it's very healthy for you. It's really one of the few vegetables I can eat other than broccoli. Fortunately, these are piquaros, so it's not like I'm having two big giant cigars. So. Havana Clasicos. They're ugly. They take a while to age, but sometimes particles get into them because it's this is a Cuban sandwich. But as long as you age them right, it makes for a really good cigar because it's made out of premium tobacco. No, I wouldn't eat poo because there's no nutritional value of it. What age did I drink my first cup of coffee? Probably about 12. And I definitely would not eat at Arby's. I don't think coffee would mess up your brain. I think the caffeine is just a slight stimulant. I mean, I can live without coffee, but I like coffee. I can live without cigars, but I like cigars, you know. Perismo has more problems than just a bladder infection. But he is somewhat right about the food. Evolution cat food is not really that good. How do I know? Because I also sell vegan cat food on my grocery site. But cats are carnivores. And if you're wondering why I sell it for, it's because people buy it, you know. When you run an online grocery store or sell supplements, you can't be discriminatory towards what you sell. It's a business, you know. It's like me working at Verizon. Most of the services at Verizon I would never get, such as tablets and smartwatches and stuff like that. But it's my job to sell it. Uh, no, I'm not gonna do the Ruby Classic there. No plans to compete. Even with what I'm taking, I would still get killed on stage because people will be taking a lot more drugs. My opinion on Andrew Tate, he's very outspoken, but at the same time, uh, he doesn't know when to quit. And he's in the wrong country there. I think he's still locked up last time I checked, but I could be wrong. I don't eat fast food because it's garbage, you know. For the most part, most fast foods are just garbage. Lowest quality meats, lowest quality vegetables and bread and everything. No, I don't like Ruby Tuesday. If I'm with friends, I'll go to Ruby Tuesday. I'll have myself a burger and a beer, but that would be the extent of it. Well, Scatman, you may not be drinking the right coffee, but coffee doesn't jive with everyone, just like cigars. If you don't like, if I didn't like coffee, I wouldn't drink it. You know. Lamar, a long time ago, I did shop at Best Buy for software, but this is back in the late 90s, early 2000s. Nowadays, I don't really buy much software other than Quicken, which I need to renew in April, actually. I don't think Tate is a coward or anything like that. He's just outspoken. I'm a First Amendment, folks. I'm a First Amendment type person. I believe in the freedom of speech. I didn't know Andrew had lung cancer. Hmm. Due to his age, I don't think it would be because of cigarettes, unless he's taken recreational drugs and smoked crack. The only other thing I could think of is possibly asbestos or something. No, I never went to Tower Records in the 90s. That's actually a little bit before my time, actually. That's a little bit more or less the 80s type thing. Chuck E. Cheese, you want to know where the best place to go to for food? Around here is Harris Teeter's. It's a grocery store. They have hand tossed pizzas fresh. You know, you can watch them bake it in a stone oven. You can get all the wines you want. There's a buffet table everywhere. There's also a Starbucks. And of course, you have your groceries. And in a Harris Teeter, they have a selection of cigars. So basically, I can get myself a nice hand tossed pizza. I can get a beer or a coffee, and I can get a cigar, and I can sit outside on their patio, and I can have all of that in one. And because it's a grocery store, you know it's going to be good pricing. You can't beat that with a bat and hammer. Can't touch that. Find your favorite grocery store, the real fancy one, and go see if they have the same thing. And you're in business. That's the best place to eat, actually. But grocery stores are a great place to eat there, depending on eat and drink and depending on where you're at. Well, legendary, that's because a lot of men have become betas these days. Unfortunately. Yes, I did take M1T and I also sold a bunch of it, especially when the stuff was about to get banned. I cleaned house on eBay with that. If you're drinking coffee because of an addiction, you probably need to cut down and stop drinking it. When something becomes an addiction, that's when you have to really cut it. If you can't live without coffee or cigars, then you have a problem. Yes, I do my own taxes. I used to do other people's taxes when I was growing up as well. So did my mom for extra money. I would charge people $10 in order to do their taxes. And that's when you had to write it out on paper, no software or anything. Although later on, I did use software in order to do people's taxes and had it mailed off. But most people have basic and simple taxes to where all they have is a W 2 form and that's it. Depends on the gas station quick pump. But you shouldn't be using EBTs here if you don't need them. But there's some gas stations that have premium groceries because usually in a lot of small towns, that's the only thing they actually have. It's a combination of everything gas, groceries, and stuff like that. You'll find that in a lot of small southern towns to where the gas station doubles as the grocery store. I used to drink Euban a bunch. Nowadays, I have the Bustamante. I may have pronounced it wrong. Maybe it's the drinks or so. Because I need an espresso coffee for my pot. My shoulder press is horrible. I think it's like 40 or 50 pounds. When you have long arms, it's not a very favorable exercise. Now, I can do plenty of pull ups there, so. Well, yes, Andrew. I think that can be said for any bodybuilder. Because I'm used to my size or so forth, I always do think that my body parts are small, such as my calves and my arms, despite the fact that they're pretty huge. I know they're huge, but I always feel like they're not huge, you know? People tell me they're huge, but I always feel that they're not big enough. But that's actually an inherent trait of any bodybuilder. That's just normal. What's my military press? My military press is a little bit better. I think it's like around 80 pounds. Anything behind my shoulders is not good. Military press is a little bit different. But I could probably do more at this point now that I've been juicing. Vegan Gains Naked. How you doing there today? I used to be a twink when I was growing up and a book nerd. And then once I started lifting, I just got bigger and bigger. When I started taking steroids, I got really big. So I spent when I was growing up, I spent more time in the hitting the books than hitting the gym. Although I was still reading muscle magazines and stuff, wanting to be that size there. Then I discovered that bodybuilders use steroids, so I started using them. But I'm still a book nerd anyway, so yeah, just a book nerd with muscles. And in case you're wondering, no, I didn't look at bodybuilding magazines to ogle them. I don't find bodybuilders attractive whatsoever, so. I find it as a symbol of masculinity, in other words, manhood, and shit like that. No, I don't look at bodybuilders that way, Scat Man. I'm not a schmo. Well, everyone was funny and edgy, even myself there, thick cut, but with YouTube regulations, uh, yeah, that's gone down. Yep, I sell those, Pugman. Let me put in my website for my grocery store. If you guys want to buy groceries, go to this website, calibergrocers.com. Just one of the many websites I own and operate, although there's been kind of an inventory problem with my supplier, so, yeah. I don't eat soul food because I consider it as slave food. And I hate the McRib and Shamrock Shake. I don't eat fast food. If Dale ran into Jay, yes, Dale would beat up Jay. But soul food, I think I mentioned that before my live stream, that soul food is slave food. Yeah, you can't do anything on YouTube anymore. I could still be edgy, but nowadays everything's gotten a lot more PC these days. If you've noticed, there's that woke movement, that's practically ruined most comedy things, including myself. So, it is what it is. You should never be in fear of getting completely destroyed just for telling a joke, especially since it's your profession to be a comedian. What'll happen is YouTube and Facebook would morph into something else. It'll morph into something else there, or it'll both combine each other. No telling. But in 20 years, we won't be doing this here. We'll be doing something different. Maybe 3D, live meets virtually and stuff. I think the next step is going to be virtual live streams to where everyone is sitting in a virtual room and stuff. That's going to be the future. Hopefully I'm around still then by then. Oh, that's good, Andrew. Certainly, you're free to order from there. Like I said, I've been working on some inventory issues with the supplier because I use UNFI for supplying my groceries. I don't stock them or anything. I just take orders for them, and the purpose of that is just part of my selling medical supplies. For my business, it's more or less about health. So, when I started out, I sold vitamins and I sold some exercise equipment, and it's just simply an expansion, such as prescription cards and everything. It's an expansion of my business. And as far as selling cell phones, I just launched this site here, actually. Let me put that in there. If you guys need cell phone accessories, you can go there. Night Train is disgusting. Now, who the hell is that? This time I won't call out the number. False alarm with my mom. You don't need to use the www anymore, Scatman. It's not necessary. Hold on just a minute, folks. Getting yelled at again. Oh, and folks, in case you just checked in, we're running the live stream until 10:30 tonight. Hmm. I'll stay on at least until my cigar finishes. If it's at 11, then that's fine. So, because I done mess with you guys a bunch and I've been on this phone back and forth. So, I've not been a good host to you guys today. So, yeah. That ain't my mom. That's my sis. Mm. If I was a boxer, I'd drink Steel Reserve before a fight. Boxers back in the late 1800s, early 1900s, they used to actually drink beer between rounds, actually. Good question there. No, I never drunk Wild Irish Rose. Ugh. I've tasted it before. It's nasty. Yeah, Pugman, he just gobbles up money there, you know. Too many of those toys, too many animals and stuff. That and he probably wants to get away from the world there. I think he sits in front of that computer all day. Even without the live streams, he's probably doing other things in front of that computer. I think they hardly get out. $400 2 days in a row. The twerk for 18 minutes. That's a lot of twerking there. So Ian McCarthy has some mental issues there. Schizophrenia, I think. He's getting a little bit better, so. But he's in bad shape. I mean, he's still in bad shape, but he's getting a little bit better. No, that's not technically gay for pay. Him being on OnlyFans and sticking stuff in his butt is definitely gay for pay. And what the definition of gay for pay, folks, is when you conduct an activity with the intention of getting money from a specific group of people, that being gay, that's gay for pay because women are not going to pay to see a guy stick a dildo up his ass. But a gay schmo will. Just keeping it real and telling it to you like it is. I am not going to eat a cigar. You could technically chew on a cigar like it was because it is a tobacco, you know. So you can chew on it, you know, just like chewing tobacco, but you can't eat it. If someone donated $10,000, I would give like a 2 minute twerk there, you know. I'm not dumb or anything. I'm not sticking anything up my butt or anything. Yes, we see it there. Vegan Gains naked. I used to watch the Hodge twins, but they've just gotten too preachy. It's like they're like South Park. I've had Douce cognac, but I think the Douce has a little bit of food coloring of some type in it. I was on RX a couple of months ago, actually. I occasionally show up there. I'm not a regular on the show itself, you know. Only when Dave needs me on the show to ask some questions or so. No, I wouldn't do it through the rules. Not for $1 million. 50 grand? No. Nope, 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 nope. Hmm. Hmm. Well, the RX guys have been doing it for quite some time there, you know. Especially Valentino, Romano, John, and stuff like that. We don't know, I mean, they don't know anything else other than, you know, commentary, you know. It's a specialty and stuff, you know. It's no different than me as a YouTube creator. Between my jobs and everything, you know, I've always been in the entertainment business, whether doing being a wrestling announcer formally and stuff, acting in theater classes and stuff, you know, you have to have the general aptitude for it. Well, Lenny's never lived in the South South there. This was in the mid to late 80s when I was crushing cotton there. They definitely stopped doing that, so yeah. I think one thing Lenny thinks I'm in my 30s, which that's not thing. I mean, next month I turn 46, folks. So, all right, folks, we got 40 minutes left, so get your questions and your comments in. I'm gonna polish off the rest of this Earl Grey and get to the wine. Mm. Yeah. Boy, I'm gonna get really chewed out. This is the first time I've smoked two in a row there. I know a lot of people used to smoke back to back cigars. At my peak, when I was working at Verizon, I was having like 3 or 4 cigars a day, and these were Robustos and Coronas and Perfectos and Toros. Definitely don't smoke that much anymore. I don't eat any rotisserie chicken whatsoever, especially the stuff at the Sam's Club. It's just, folk. I've mentioned this before. I don't like greasy foods. I like my foods dry. Yes, I've had that cognac before. It's not my favorite. I like ABK6 cognac. Willie Nelson passed away? Oh, man. Let's see. I see no reports on Willie Nelson. There's no reports on Willie Nelson passing away. He's still smoking weed there, so. But I would hate for that for him, someone like him to happen, you know. I mean, he's up in age, that's for sure. ABK6 is only like $34 a bottle. I have the VSOP. I don't drink XO cognac. I'll have XO brandy, but you know, no need to get fancy with XO cognac. My friend Christian actually drinks that stuff there, but not me. And I definitely don't drink any VS of any type. Well, I still like looking it up there, Scatman, you know. But if someone lies to me about it there, then I just cut them off from commenting again. I'm just joking, so. Mm. Mm. Well, thick cut, that's just trolling, that's all. It takes me only a second to check something like that, you know. And I'm like, okay. Well, if you heard it, keep it to yourself, but I've privated that video and then I'll edit it out and that'll be the end of it. Oh, I know, I know. Yeah, but some people are, Andrew, and I can't definitely take any chances or anything. You're gonna prank call Rich Piana? What are you gonna use? A Ouija board or something? You can't apply the payment method. Are you using a phone there, Pugman? What are you purchasing? If it doesn't allow you to check out, that means the item's out of stock. You see, you could put anything that's out of stock, you could put it in the basket, but when it comes to checkout, it's not going to allow you to do so. I need to fix that to where it just says completely out of stock, but, you know. But here's what I can do, actually. Give me just a minute. Now, folks, all of my websites have chat rooms in them as well, so... Oh, I left that thing on. Ooh, boy. So, Pugman, the chat room is actually on in my store. So if you hit the chat button below, you can actually speak with me, actually. That's a good thing that you should have in an online store is a chat room to where, people, if they have questions, they can, you know. Well, Pugman, just hit me up in the chat on the website there, and I'll check it for you. Because the chat line is actually open on there. Well, Richard's against a lot of things because of books he reads. He sometimes when he processes something, regardless as to whether it's incorrect or not, he still wants to go against the grain because he always feels he needs to be right. Like most women. Oh, oops, she didn't. Can I do a Blaha impersonation? Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and I'm going to be powerlifting and clean curling 300 pounds. Afterwards, I'm going to drink a big glass of milk. Hmm. He has a couple of mental issues, Stick Cut. He's done being a creator for right now. I appreciate it there, Joel. Hey, Pugman, hit me up in the chat room on the website there, and I'll check it for you. It's hard for me to do a Canadian accent. I don't have really a Vegan Gaines impression. Blaha, I can do his voice. I've attempted it before, but I can't. Be like, so everybody, something. But I just the Canadian accent is completely difficult. Well, I have Walmart delivery quick pump. I would do probably a Harris Teeter live, and y'all could see me get cigars and stuff. So if you guys heard that, that's the chat room from there. What were you trying? Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh. Yep. Let's see what we got here. Black lentils. I need to see why that didn't allow it. Okay, I got you on that, Pugman. No twerking. I'm not gonna do a imitation for $10 here, so. Well, I would. Actually, I thought you were talking about twerking, but no, I'm not gonna do that. No, it's not normal to pass out while lifting there. Definitely not normal. All right, Pugman with the donation of 20 Lindell beans there. So definitely appreciate your support there, Pug. Mm. I've just put the link in there. If you go to my About page, it's going to have a link to all my websites. I may do entrance music whenever I pay for the pro version of Streamlabs. Yep, lentil gains. Now, I charge a flat rate for all of my shipments here, so I try to keep prices down as best as I can, and that's by just doing everything directly. But it is indeed a grind sometimes. Discount code is Piss Trooper. But I don't have one set up. That's for my gym website there. And you got to make like a $300 purchase. It's just coincidence that they died suspiciously. I don't think either one of those are related to each other. I don't rules for the 33. I'm not sure what his issue is. Tony has had a lot of different girlfriends. So you have to be specific who you're talking. Well, actually you don't have to. All those Thailand women, for the most part, are whores. So. Yeah, I accidentally left the chat on in my store. I just turned it on for make sure. Well, it was technically off there, but I still had the on switch on there. So, yeah. Again, thanks for the business, Pug Man. Those will be out to you. And if they're not, I'm going to yell at the supplier about them. I sell things at anything that I sell retail on there, Pugman. I take about 30% off of the retail price. That's the benefit of running an open cart site because I have very little overhead with my websites. Shopify charges $70 a month, and then along with their extras, it runs about $200 a month. The website you were on is built by me. I've spent $60 designing and building it, and it's a one-time expense. I use a VPS server for all my other websites, and even that's about $110, but I pay a year in advance to get about 15% off. But that's why I'm able to charge lower than everyone else. It's simply because I have lower overhead. Now, as a result, my websites don't look fancy or anything like that, but no, it gives people a good price. It does very well. Chat audio's bad. Let's take a look here. One sec. It sounded fine to me there. Not sure what could cause that. Maybe just overtime or just running back and forth through systems. But it's like that on the live stream sometimes. No, I don't think Tony Huge put a hit on Leo. But that's a secret to my websites and business. Low overhead. The less you spend, the less you can charge your customers. It's the same with the Eagle One Wireless. I used off-the-shelf licenses that I've already had. But I'm going to still spend money on the SEO for it, which is being done at this point in time. So I think someone named Funky Gamer actually put out the video taping the last debate me and Richard had on deepfake porn. All right, Raul. Just remember, if you take a shit, make sure you put it back. But you have a good night there, my friend. I think Richard is pretty open as far as debating is concerned. But remember, he's debated so many people, he can cut people up pretty quickly. Not me. At this point in time, I've gotten used to his tricks that he's had, so, yeah. Well, the title JC Magic would be content creator or social entertainer. But being an entertainer is a job. It's just a matter of how much money you're making. It's no different than TikTok. It still falls under the line of entertainment. In order to do a full show, like, you got to have some sort of aptitude. You have to know how to operate equipment, cameras, lighting, and stuff like that. Now, Big Lenny, he still knows what he's doing. He does, even though it shows on the camera. But he did the Delray Misfits podcast for so long, then he pretty much knows what he's doing there, and stuff. I'm just a lot more organized when it comes to my my live streams. Joel with £2 there. Definitely appreciate your donation there.
I like your streams. Here is £2.
Definitely appreciate that. I will put it in the right place. That's thanks for the tip. That'll go well in the Swordfish Club. You have a good night too there, Andrew. They, them. Yep, it's $3.50. That's why it showed up on the, if you donate $3 or more, you get that nice little graphic. Now, be nice there, Raul. Be nice. The link is at... Oh. That's right, the link is on top. I forgot I restarted the live stream. Oopsie. All right. So if you guys wanted to do a donation there, I put that pin up again. Sorry about that. I almost forgot about it. But again, like I said, I do this to hang out there. And in case you just dropped in, I'm doing an extra 30 minutes due to the other subsequent personal matters here. So I want to make sure that you guys get the appropriate time needed to ask me whatever questions here. You know. Whenever I chew gum, Raul, I like mint. Either that or cinnamon, you know, real hot cinnamon. No, I can't go for midnight there, folks. Yeah, I like sugar-free gum, but but when it comes to gum, since I'm only having one stick and there's very little sugar, even in a sugar gum there, then really doesn't make much of a difference. No, they don't serve swordfish at the Swordfish Club. They serve wings, they serve bread, just mostly stuff. It's not a. The main thing they have at the Swordfish is drinks. That's what they focus on. The other stuff is simply so you have something to fill your belly a little bit, you know. But you don't go there like as you go to a restaurant. It's not a chain like that. Scatman, Scatman. No. That question didn't even make any sense. You cannot blow bubbles with the cigar. You can only blow smoke rings. And if you're asking, no, I can't blow smoke rings. Yeah, I like Big Red. That's a nice cinnamon. It gets everything going.
Bomb has been planted.
Okay, Joel with a $3 donation. Boom! Well, if you chew on gum, they do say it does build the muscles in the jaw, making it more defined. They're probably right about that, so. Since I use the same system as Vegan Gains, people can do that. Blah, 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 Durian Rider, Durian Rider, Durian Rider, Durian Rider. The same as Richard's channel. I just use a different graphic than he does. I still have to differentiate my channel from his. But the voice, I use the voice thing because it comes through a lot better. I can use a woman's voice here, so, but. Yeah, we'll start the music in just a minute there. Y'all want to do Sanford and Son? Yeah, we can do Sanford and Son. Hmm. Yeah, Durian Rider, Durian Rider. Mm. Oh boy. Yes, Durian Rider still eats about 50 bananas. Black Black, yeah, Japan has some really weird foods and gum that doesn't surprise me one bit.
Slash TTS Myrofilcopter goes soy 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 soy.
Joel again with a $3 donation. I think I just started something. But I can also play the Airwolf theme as well if you want, since you're in the helicopters. But thanks again for the donation. You know, I really don't know why Richard hates Durian Rider. He seems to get angry every time he hears his name. I don't get that. I got on Romano's case a lot of times for practically everything. That's what happens when you have a running beef. You try to get one over the other. But like I said, I'm glad that's over with. That lasted for like 25 years. Well, Pugman, I do sell refrigerated goods. There is a. It doesn't charge that directly. I have to manually charge like $5 or $6 for refrigerated goods extra because it has to be packed in dry ice. But I do sell refrigerated and frozen goods. That's just part of the supplier itself. If you go to the shipping terms, it'll show the flat rate. So actually, I'll do better than that. Here's what I'll do. These are the terms of. This is how I bill for shipping for something like that, and I think it's very equitable. Hang tight. These are the. One good thing about it, I try instead of trying to, if I try to charge, by FedEx and stuff like that, it gets too expensive with people. So I charge flat rates. Sometimes it costs more for me to charge than what I charge, but it balances out over time. But I'll probably make like a discount code for you guys here. But it would be on my gym site rather than my grocery site. The reason being is there's not too many profits in selling groceries online. But it does make it, it does help out the business and it helps promote my wellness line. The grocery store is part of my wellness line of products here. Because when you sell medical supplies, you have to have a full range of things from exercise equipment, medical supplies, and stuff like that. So, I did have a grocery store back in 2012, and I've had it sporadically. This one I'll actually keep permanent there. Amazon pretty much put me out of business with most of my websites back in 2016. But I launched back the grocery store because Amazon couldn't continue to lose profit to put everyone out of business. That's why most of my websites are coming back. Once Amazon started taking over, I only had like 2 websites up and running at that time, and I had shut down everything else. But I've been putting things back up over the years because Amazon can no longer do that crap. If my discount code at my other sites is Piss Trooper, actually, and there's one that if you put Genova in, it gives you a bigger discount. So, Joel with a $3 donation, and it didn't actually do anything this time. That's kind of weird. Don't blame me for that one there. It didn't even say anything. I don't mind if someone actually does that or anything like that because there's always an ending to it. So. You'll have to go on RX Muscle there. I can link my stuff, but it sometimes, whenever I try to link other people's channels there, it blocks it for some odd reason. So we'll do the Sanford and Son. Well, Joel, I definitely appreciate the donation there. But YouTube is weird. I am somewhat concerned over the U.S. and China, but I think ultimately it's just sticking out your chest. No one's going to launch nukes or anything like that. It's reckless. China can't live without the business of the United States and vice versa. So I think it's more or less of puffing out the chest, and that's it. Just to look good for their citizens. And I think that's what it's all about. Yeah, I got eggs. I got refrigerated and frozen, but there's anything fresh or frozen, there's an $8 surcharge for it. And that's per box. And a box would be 2.3 cubic feet, but that's to be expected. But it's still a good deal compared to others. A lot of people charge a lot more. I haven't smoked my tobacco pipe in a while. The truth is, there's always been balloons from other countries going around. We've had balloons fly over China too. Like I said, it's just sticking out the chest. I don't even know why people made too much of a big deal out of it. I think the balloon should have been shot down. But I can't go until 11 tonight, Quick Pump. I'm sorry. I gotta get back. Some of the people some of my family members got a little upset at me for sending folks out to my mom's place, so I gotta go take care of that. I've had a lot of improvements from taking the steroid queen. a whole bunch, which is its intended purpose, especially someone that has low testosterone. Frank Tufano, you know, you just simply have to watch him by his actions, the way he treats people, the way he makes anti-Semitic comments and stuff like that. We have no relationship. I hate the guy, you know. But folks, it is 10:30. I want to thank you guys for joining me for Earl Grey Tuesday. Don't forget, Friday is the midnight run. It's possible I may do another live stream during the week. It just really all depends. But I want to thank Pugman for buying lentils and stuff there. Appreciate you supporting my business. I want to thank Joltine for donating. Want to thank Rob P as well. Want to thank everyone for joining me for the show itself here. So, again, as always, it's the VINCE. You guys have a good night. And